Welcome into today's video. The drugstore is coming in hard. They're coming in hot as they usually do in January. And I've been buying the things that actually interest me and I want to test them with you guys in case you guys are interested. So this is a haul. Like this is a full haul. I did a lot of small purchases with the money that I got for Christmas, like gift cards that people gave me for Ulta and things like that. So I got a bunch of this stuff and it wasn't very expensive, as you know. Anyway, so there's a lot on today's agenda. I'm gonna go through everything with you guys and then put timestamps in the description box in case you guys want to skip ahead to any particular item because it interests you the most. So what will I start off with? Essence had a few new releases. I think I've actually got more Essence releases coming. So I picked up the Flawless Skin Trio Setting Powder, and this is like a three-toned, so you got like a purple, a pink, and like a peach. So blurring, brightening, and smoothing. Then they came out with a lip liner, the Soft and Precise Lip Pencil. So I had to get one of those because this was super duper cheap. And then let's see, this L'Oreal, I'm really excited to try because it's from the Lumi line, and for whatever reason, like me and L'Oreal and base products, I tend to do really well with. So it's the Late Glow Tint. And we'll do a wear test on this. I don't have like a full day for us, but then I got two grippy primers. So e.l.f. came out with a new grip primer. It's the Base Matte Power Grip. So this is for mattifying, which I personally need and love. You know, the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip is supposed to be hydrating and grippy, and so this is kind of the inverse of that, which excites me being combo skinned. And then the Superfix Super Grip Primer, this one does hydrate and smooth. So we'll do like one hydrating one and one kind of mattifying one, and we'll test out how it works on this foundation. And then ColourPop had a bunch of new releases too. So I picked up two things, the Instant Crush Blush. By the way, these Instant Crush blushes came out last year or a year before and I hated them, but it looks like they've repackaged at the very least, because this is supposed to be a hydrating multi-use lip and cheek balm that melts into the skin for a wash of buildable dewy color. And even though the Instant Crush blushes last year, I think kind of claimed to be all of that, they were like silica based. Anyway, I hope they got rid of them, but I'm pretty sure they were called the Instant Crush blushes. So, and then the liquid highlighter, Sugar Donut, dewy liquid highlighter. And I'm so into liquid highlighters in the current moment. Speaking of which, I forgot this one from Essence. I'm not gonna lie, I got this because of the packaging. It's like a squishy little ball in here. It's like a little saucer. This is the Bubblegum Fun liquid highlighter in Bubblegum-tastic. So there you go. And then Revolution, I picked up a couple of things, just two I think. They came out with a blush that's very similar to the highlighter that they launched last year, and I did declutter it because it was on the powdery side, but this is supposed to be like a shimmery formula. And then the lip oil, the Pout Lip Oil, hydrating lip oil. I picked up the Pout Tint that they released last year and I loved it. It landed in my favorites for 2024, so I had to pick this up. And then Revlon launched the Color Stay Full-Time Mascara. I picked up brown. What was I thinking? I have no idea. I'm not usually someone who likes a brown mascara. Oh, I forgot another one from Essence. And then the Baby Got Bronze Liquid Bronzer. This is not really a bronzer to me. This is like a contour, and I picked the contour shade. So here we go again, calling things what they're not, but we'll test the formula. And then the Super Lustrous Glimmer Lip Oil. I don't think this is glimmery from Revlon. Some of the shades I think were, but this particular one was not. So that's what's on today's agenda. Again, I will put timestamps in the description box in case you guys are interested in skipping ahead to any particular product. As you can see, my eyes are not done. I haven't done my lower lash line. I am going to throw on some lashes at the end of this. Even though we are going to test the mascara today, I'll throw on lashes on top of that. All that good stuff. Anyway, I'm using the Cool Trolls palette from my palette a day video. I'm kind of doubling up on videos today just because I wanted to test a new eyeshadow palette, but also this stuff. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I created this look, it will be up on my channel most likely before this video. So let's get into it. All right, let's start off with the e.l.f. Power Grip Matte Primer. This retails for $10 and it says, get all the iconic makeup stick of e.l.f. Cosmetics OG Power Grip Primer with a matte finish. It grips makeup for long-lasting wear and is infused with lemon myrtle blend to help reduce the look of excess oil and shine, balanced matte complexion. Okay, I don't even think this is like the pump like it normally is. This is just a straight up squeezy tube, which is interesting that they decided to make it like different style packaging. It does say allow for 30 seconds to sink into the skin. It's got a 12-month shelf life on it, and it's pretty much clear. That's what it looks like. Let's do right here, and let's see if this looks mattifying going on. It's not immensely grippy right away. Oh, okay, maybe it is. It's definitely thick. It's making me shiny. Are you gonna start gripping? Okay, there. It's like sticky. Bloop, bloop. Yeah, it's really sticky, but matte. Okay, I guess that's where we have to wait that 30 seconds to really see it mattify. Holy smokes, I think this is stickier than both of their other like grippy primers. What do they have? Power Grip Primer, original, and then the one that has like 4% niacinamide. I think this is grippier than both of those. It is so freaking sticky, you do not want to touch your face. Now, will the foundation stick on top of it well? I don't know, you know, we're gonna have to like bounce it in to see. It's making me shiny, so it's not mattifying me now. Maybe it will mattify the foundation, but it's definitely grippy. That's all I can kind of say. Let's go into the Revolution one next. The Super Fix Grip Primer. It's like everybody's coming out with their version of a grip primer, but this one is hydrates and smooths with watermelon extracts and amino acids. It's grip without the stick. That's what the sticker says. Interesting. It says meet Revolution Beauty's Super Fix Grip Primer, a hydrating and smoothing refreshing gel formula for makeup that lasts all day, infused with Super Boost formula of niacinamide to blur pores, hyaluronic acid to hydrate, and watermelon extract to brighten your skin. So if you guys don't like the niacinamide, you wouldn't want to try this. I like things with niacinamide, but usually they're a property that's like helping for oil controls. So same thing as the e.l.f. one, which is like that gel texture. This one's just hit like pink. Oh, you can smell the watermelon. Boy, that's really scented. Oh, that smells like a face mask that I own. It's not watermelon, it's something else. Grip without the stick. I mean, it's sticky. It's not as sticky as the e.l.f., but the e.l.f. is getting less tacky as it dries down. It's definitely been 30 seconds. I mean, right now they feel relatively similar. So this feels after application what this one felt like after letting it sit for 60 seconds maybe. Honestly, they're very similar, and this one being just $1 less expensive than the e.l.f. one. All right, y'all, let's get into this guy. I'm very excited for this because, as I told you, I have really good luck with the L'Oreal base products. They're some of my favorite powders, foundations, concealers. I just feel like they do a really good job. This unfortunately only has 16 different shades, which is not uncommon for drugstore. It does retail for $16.99. It says unleash your radiance with L'Oreal Lay Tint Glow, lightweight hydrating skin tint with a healthy glow. Breathable coverage, great for all skin types. It's supposed to be natural looking and minimizes color imperfection. It's just weightless basically. It's moisturizing without feeling greasy, and it's available in 16 glowy shades, suitable for all skin types is what this says. It does have a 12-month shelf life on it. It says shake before use, so I was shaking it, but can you hear how liquidy that is? Either that or the bottle's just not like completely full, but you can tell this is an extremely lightweight formula. I want to like touch, yeah, they're about as equally as grippy. They're about as equally grippy. The words tonight for me. Ready to make a splash. Ooh, this has got to be one of the runniest I've ever used. Look at that. Holy smokes. It's running. It's running. Oh, this is like water. Ooh, I should have put it on the e.l.f. side first and let this dry down. That's fine. We didn't. We're not going to. Heavens, heavens. It's so runny. I feel like you kind of got to be careful. All right, that is what we're going with. We're going with a clean sponge, and it's one of the Real Techniques ones, but it is supposed to be mattifying. This is one of those sponges that says great for mattifying coverage, which I love, but oftentimes it'll take like the glow right out of a foundation. Is that even possible with this? Oh my goodness, it's glowy. This is like the Patrick Ta foundation from L'Oreal. Is it metallic? Is this metallic? You guys, what the hell am I seeing? Do you guys see this? Look at what it's doing. It looks like metallic on my skin. What the actual, what? What is that? My face looks like silver. Oh no, 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 no. Why? All right, let's rub it in on my hand and see. Am I crazy? Or does that look like metallic? Like, look at it. Am I nuts? Say I'm not. Say I'm not. Like, especially on my forehead. Can you see how like metallic that looks? Wild. You guys, I don't just think this is glowy. I genuinely feel like this is a metallic finish. This has like extra pearls. It's a good shade match though for me. I don't know. I don't know about this, you guys. Very, very lightweight, very runny. I do like how lightweight L'Oreal makes their foundations and still offers coverage. That's one thing that like not a lot of brands do, is make it super liquidy but not sheer. Well, I feel like L'Oreal does that. You guys, this is metallic. Okay, I'm not crazy. I can't even stand what's happening on my face right now. But for science, we must go forth. You guys, I don't know what to think right now. Oh my god. I don't think I'm confused. I really do think this is super duper metallic looking. And it's like that way on both sides. It's not like extra dewy. It really is just metallic. How many times can I say metallic? I don't know. A lot. Oh goodness gracious. What have I done? What are the reviews on this? Please, can we read it? I picked it up on Amazon when it first launched, so there were no reviews. And right now, I don't see it has any reviews, although I do see one shade is sold out, the 120 neutral. By the way, the shade that I have is 100, which is the coolest one. It is a cool tone shade. I don't think I'm nuts. I really do think this is like metallic looking. You know, very similar to the Tarte Maracuja like Juicy Glow foundation when it came out. And even though it was metallic, I did like it. It just wasn't great for my combo skin. I just kind of thought like, why? Why are we making this? Why are we making metallic foundations or skin tints? So not that I haven't tried like a metallic looking formula before. Again, Tarte Maracuja Juicy Glow. I think a lot of people hated that when it came out. I even want to say like the Kosas one was kind of metallic looking. I don't think a lot of people liked it. I think that's what this is. I don't think this is like a healthy glow naturally. I think it's like, yeah, just metallic. Very different. Two different things we're talking about here, not the same. Throwing on my LYS Triple Fix Serum Concealer because it's what I have right here, but it's darker than the foundation, but I'm too lazy to get up, so that's what's happening. All right, we're gonna set the face and then we're gonna go into mascara next because I just feel like this crazy eye look and no mascara whatsoever, I just feel uncomfortable. All right, this Essence one retails for $5.99. It's the Flawless Skin Trio Loose Setting Powder. It has 1 review and 5 stars so far. It says, achieve flawless skin with Essence Flawless Skin Trio Loose Setting Powder featuring 3 color correcting powders. The removable disc allows you to use the shades individually or together for a customized finish that suits your unique skin tone. That's actually nice. The details are formulated without microplastic particles, parabens, gluten, lactose, or oil, weightless on the skin, and it reduces excess shine. I mean, it's kind of pretty straightforward and it's very affordable. I love that Essence of all the drugstore brands is still relatively well priced. L'Oreal is pretty expensive. I feel like e.l.f.'s definitely getting there. Revolution and e.l.f., they're kind of tied in price point. Revlon, I still feel like gets pretty expensive. I feel like Essence is still the cheapest of them all and does a decent job at their stuff. All right, so if you guys want to take a look at what's going on here, so you can actually move this around so you can use one shade or all shades. Interesting. Huh, okay, none of the other trio powders like the Givenchy one that's actually quad had this kind of mechanism in it. So I think that's actually quite unique because I've always been like, well, all the shades are just coming out at one time and so you're not getting the benefit of the color correcting portion of the powder, where this one you will. Unless I'm remembering incorrectly, I think I did declutter that powder. So what the shades are is Pink and Peach is for under eye brightening, Lilac is for correcting yellow undertones, and that's it. You mix for setting and mattifying. So you're able to like remove this thing, it just comes right out, and then you take this little sticker off of here on the inside, and then you put that sifter back, which is cool because you can still like dump it into the cap to get the color that you want without it continuing to like float around inside of this container. Oh, Essence, you're so cute. You're just so cute. And you can kind of put it like in between 2 different shades too to get a little bit out of each if you're trying to like color correct for under eye or just like brightening in general. So I got a good mix of like the 2 shades. It's so hard to show you, I'm so sorry. But I think that I'm gonna start with that one. I just took a peek out the window and my husband and my son, they're washing my car. My husband's never washed my car, okay? He's sweet, but don't you guys get any ideas? Okay, maybe he's washed it like 1 time. We've been together for 10 years, so there you go. Ooh, has a fragrance to it. Okay, look at that. Bye bye glow, bye bye. It's mattifying, holy smokes. It's scented though. I can smell, I don't know, something fruity in it. I feel like Essence scents everything, even when they shouldn't. Like the blush and bronzer they scented, like the Essence Baby Got Bronze in the stick smelled like something fruity. This is definitely metallic, you guys. So prepare yourself if you want to buy this. I think that's what you're in for. I mean, it's clear that I'm mattifying it. It'll peek through if it's gonna peek through one way or the other. But if you didn't set your face, I think you're looking at a metallic finish. Anyway, I got off the topic of watching my husband and son out the window just now, washing my car, which is the sweetest thing ever. And now my husband's calling me. Hold please. Hi, can you see mommy?
Yeah.
Hi, baby. I see you guys cleaning my car. It looks so beautiful. Okay, love you.
Am I doing a good job?
You are doing an excellent job. Oh, well, thank you for telling me what a great job you guys are doing. Love you. Oh, we're back. They wanted to tell me what a great job they were doing. Okay, I like how mattifying it is. I like that it doesn't like add coverage, but it mattifies. I like how like powdery, soft. It felt really good. Like it feels like a powder that I would end up liking. So we'll see how it controls my oils. I think it's on the warmer side today. So if I'm moving about a little bit after this video, we'll test whether or not it keeps me matte. I mean, this claims to be blurring, brightening, and smoothing, and I think it is all of those things. I do want it to mattify though. I'm always looking for that in a powder. Just like make the makeup last, and that's not always what happens. All right, because we have two different blush, we're gonna use two different blush on either side of the cheek. It's not necessarily gonna match this eye look today, but I wanted to test both of them. So that is what we're gonna do. Actually, I think that this face powder is my favorite thing so far. All right, let's go into ColourPop first. So the Instant Crush Lip and Cheek Balm in 4 shades, all they have on Ulta's site at the current moment. It's a hydrating multi-use balm that melts into skin for a wash of buildable dewy color. Creamy, weightless formula, blends seamlessly while moisturizing the skin for a healthy glow. The details are buildable, comfy, hydrating, dewy. It has kombucha and shea butters, berry complex, which is an antioxidant rich and nourishes the skin. So it really is probably going to be quite dewy. Did I tell you how much this retails for? It is even $10. I so much prefer this packaging to the Instant Crush ones. Let me see if I have those. Hold on. I do. It's so exciting when I have it. Right here. These were the Instant Crush Blurry Blush Balms, is I think what they were called. The packaging was like super duper cheap. You couldn't see the shades. These magnetized pans were all falling out. They were like this kind of drier. I held on to this one because it's a purple shade. A drier formula, like silica based, kind of powdery once they blent out, but they looked really dewy when you swatched them. But then look, it just turns into this powdery finish. That's all it was. And I kept the Coyote shade because I really was getting into like more purple shades, but I decluttered all of the other ones that I had, and I think I picked up 5 shades originally because I did do a dedicated video on them. Here I am just scooching around all over the place. So I want to swatch this and see how pigmented it is. I kind of feel like they probably have more shades on their website than they're launching currently at Ulta, but I could be completely wrong. This is so much different. So I guess they just took out those ones that didn't have a lot of popularity and like made these ones in better packaging with a different formula entirely. Let me go to their website and even see what blush they still have. They still have these. These are different. These are called the Instant Crush Cream Blushes, and I'm looking at one on their website right the heck now. I don't see these on their website currently, but these are still there. So they did not replace them. That's where we're at with this. But you guys, I just realized that I skipped over the Essence Baby Got Bronze. So let's go into that first before I end up putting this blush on my face, because I started to do it just now. All right, these retail for $5.99, so pretty affordable, and they do come in 6 different shades. So I have the blush that came out with these, and I think that liquid highlighter from last year or the year before even. I like when they're cool toned, but I hate that they call themselves like a liquid bronze, you know, instead of like coming out with 2 separate products. But also, you know, some brands are doing like contour slash bronzer. I'm seeing that a lot, but this one is in the shade Sweet Shadow, which is the lightest shade, and it's supposed to be a cool taupe brown. It is perfect for achieving your desired sun-kissed complexion. It's not gonna sun-kiss me. Natural finish and adds a beautiful warmth to the cheeks. The twist on and off sponge applicator makes it clean and easy. Yeah, okay. The highlighter full on exploded on me, so that sucked. And these don't like pop out of like all the edges. It comes out of like the top, so it kind of comes out like bloop, like just like that. Going for it. No time like the present. I'm like trying to get my thoughts. What do I think? What do I think? I always struggle to tell. Is it shading me or is it taking off the foundation? I still haven't decided. I mean, I like the formula. It blends in really nicely. This is a contour, so it's going where contours go, that's for sure. And it's scented again. Like fruit. That's what Essence does. It's an affordable contour, which I do like about it. Charlotte Tilbury just came out with like different shades in the Hollywood Contour wand, which is about time. I say about time. I have complained about the shade range in those contour wands since I tried them. The only thing is, it was such a good formula that I was willing to use like a deeper shade because I hadn't tried anything that was quite as comparable. So many tried. The Tarte tried, Tarte tried. I mean, now Essence has tried, Flower Beauty has tried, and I still liked the Charlotte Tilbury wand the best, like the formula the best, but I didn't love the shade the best. It's kind of one of those situations. I actually think I really like this. It did what it was supposed to do. I don't think it's too dark. What do you guys think? It's so hard to tell in this tiny little mirror, but I do think that it performed really well. Like, it went where it was supposed to, and I went too low on this side. That is true. It shaded like it was supposed to. I think it calls itself dewy, but it's not too intense. The only thing I don't love about these is the applicator. I like this. I like the way this looks. It's kind of a powdery finish, even though it's supposed to be a little bit dewy. Like, it has a tiny bit of sheen to it, but contours really aren't supposed to be. So you really shouldn't, I don't think, see anything. I think this was just right. I'm gonna have to keep playing with it, but I don't think it pulled up any of the foundation. I think it didn't get patchy. I really like that it's a little bit of a lighter tone. I don't think it was too intensely pigmented, and it retails for $5.99, so it would be the least expensive contour wand. The only other thing I'd have to consider is this freaking smell. I think that putting scents in everything essence isn't needed, you know? If you have a freaking contour, you probably don't need to make it smell like fruit. I think I did say we were gonna do the mascara, but we didn't. All right, let's get back into this ColourPop blush. This is not going to match the eye look. Why did I pick a shade that was so bright? This in It's a Look is a warm pink. I think that I was thinking some of these other shades were just a little bit too bright. I always go to the pictures on the models to see if I actually like them, because sometimes when you're just looking at like the images, it doesn't translate that way on the models, and so I'm always looking at the models. But anyway, warm pink just seemed kind of muted on her cheeks, but this doesn't seem muted. This is pretty pigmented. I would say the way that I'm blending it in, do you see a dewy finish? I don't think so. It looks so dewy on her cheeks, but I don't think it looks dewy on me. I mean, it's going nicely on top of the powder. It's so dewy when you swatch it. Sometimes like stippling these dewy blushes in like this with a brush especially, like I feel like it takes the dewiness away. Usually if I use like the bottom part of a sponge, it will be a little bit more dewy. This is like almost fully matte. I mean, I like the way that it blends in. I do like this packaging. I love a dewy blush, so I know why I got this. I'm not loving the shade though. That is a problem. And the thing is, I'm hesitant to add more because it's so bright. If you guys like a bright blush though, I mean, it might be your thing. This isn't hitting the dewiness of a blush that I personally like, so I don't know. I can't gather my thoughts at the current moment. It just didn't come out super dewy, and I don't like the shade. It's fine, it didn't add anything to my collection, is how I'm currently feeling. I want to go into this Revolution blush next. Actually, I picked this one up back in December, so I've had this for a little while. I guess I got it like the day before Christmas, September 24th, but I had a gift card. Oh yeah, it must have been from like a work party that I got a bunch of gift cards, because I can see I used a gift card with this. So this is the Beam Bright blush from Revolution, and this again retails for $10. This is like I think a kind of metallic formula, and it's a little bit powdery, same as the highlighter. It's a soft pink blush with a luminous glow in Pink Party is the shade that I have. Yes, very glowy, very metallic. They have this really cool shade in light purple with a luminous glow. It's Lick of Lilac, which is nice, which I would be interested in trying. This says, introducing Revolution Beauty's Beam Bright blush, a silky velvet touch blush with a soft luminous finish to add color dimension and to the cheeks. That's all she wrote. Let's use a fluffy brush with this. This isn't as intense as I thought it was gonna be. This, of course, is going to add texture. I'm like 99% sure. Ooh, this brush is not, no, we're not doing that. I hate this. I absolutely hate this. Is this the wrong kind of brush? Let me get like a flat, like this style, and put it on the cheeks, because it's just like sporadically placing sparkles. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. I should have known. I liked the highlighter, but it was a little bit gritty, and it was it was definitely like emphasizing all the texture on my cheeks. I thought that this might be like smoother, I don't know, and nice. No, I've used 3 different brushes. and look at it. It's awful. It's completely wrong. I'm gonna say I have so many blush in my collection that this didn't hit for me. It didn't give me that dewy finish. It almost looks like kind of mattifying. Even though I saw on my hand it was a little bit dewy, but I have dewy formulas. I don't know, that one didn't hit for me, and this is a hot no, so pass. Even though this is metallic, I'll let you know on that. I want both of these blush like off my cheek. Like immediately. Okay, now let's go into this mascara. I'm actually really excited to try this sucker, and I don't know why I got brown. It comes in natural brown and the blackest black, and I would normally love a blackest black, but it is sold out on Ulta's website right now, $11.99. It's the full-time mascara, gives you a natural looking volume that won't flake. Double shield technology helps shield lashes from oil, sweat, and tears. It's supposed to be 24-hour, no flake volume, works on all lash types with a universal brush that fits diverse eye shapes. Silky, crunch-free feel, which is nice. It's a plastic molded bristled wand that is like slightly curved. Would you please focus? It's more like the Tower 28 one. This does not claim to like curl or anything. It's literally just a flake-free, natural-looking volume mascara is what it is. But if you guys like that natural brown, you'll be able to see it on my lashes. All right, let me give this a go in quiet silence. I don't even know if you guys are gonna be able to see this, but it's a pretty wet formula, but it's still gripping the lashes. Like sometimes when they're too wet, they kind of fly through my lashes and I don't feel like they're applying pigment. So it takes quite a lot to like build it up so you can see my lashes. Really just like the color that I like, or the level of intensity of the color. I've never tried a brown mascara, so I'm also thinking this is gonna be harder to tell if I like a formula because I'm not used to brown. I mean, I have a pretty dramatic eye look on it, but I feel like you can you can see the lashes pretty well. And it's not clumpy, but it grips, but it's still not a tacky formula. You know, the thing with this one was it comes in its own packaging like this, and so all my mascaras now, when I first get them, I'm taking them out of the package and I'm opening them up to let them breathe, because I have found that I feel very differently about a mascara after I've used it 2 or 3 times, and it can go so drastically from hating it to loving it, or loving it to hating it, based on how the formula dries out. But this particular one, when I got it, because it was in the packaging, I thought I might leave it in the packaging until I started filming the video, so I did not let it breathe. So this may be a mascara that I find myself loving or hating later on, but it seems quite buildable. It's not yet crunchy. I think that it's really pretty brown. I like it. I really do like it. I think I kind of like the brown color. I would say so far it's separating all of the lashes really nicely, and it's also giving them good length, but I wouldn't consider this volumizing just yet. Again, the formula might change, so I'm trying to let all of these mascaras moving forward, when I review them, breathe first before I come and put them on, because my thoughts just go flop, flop, and then I feel bad that my first video I said whatever I said and then I completely changed my mind. I don't think that I can avoid that though, unfortunately. It's the way the formula changes after it's been open. I think it's pretty, but I'm not really seeing the volume necessarily. It's not making them thicker or more textured, or yeah, I mean, anytime a mascara just makes it look like I've got way thicker lashes than I do, that's what I consider volume. I do think that this is pronouncing the lashes enough that it looks like I have more of them, and that is also something that I like. I think that I'm actually gonna really like this mascara, but I'm gonna like it in the deepest black. I don't know, maybe I'll like the brown. I actually think so far that's pretty good. So I gave you my thoughts. I'll have to give you final thoughts, I guess, when I do my speed reviews video on that. All right, I got up and closed the window because it's getting late in here. Not in here, it's getting late. We have a couple more products to go, you guys, let's get into it. So the Bubblegum Fun Liquid Highlighter, I told you guys I got this because of the cute little saucer packaging. This is like squishy. I will say though, I think someone used it. Like there's nothing in here that's like stopping this lid. Like you just kind of pop it off, and there was some product that had like come out of this. I'm a little scared because even though this is like a bubblegum pink, I feel like it's gonna be kind of shifty. I don't think I love super shifty highlighters. I'm a little scared of this formula, but also it's gonna sit on top of this Revolution blush. So am I gonna be able to see it? I'm not really sure. No, I don't like this either. Like it's like sporadic sparkles. It's very PC is what I say. Just very sporadic sparkles. I'm just not a fan of this formula, and it also smells exactly the same as the rest of this stuff. I have to say right now, like, I'm sitting here smelling myself. Everything that's on my face I can smell, and it all has the very same smell. And I will say that after letting this sit, this feels like heavier on the skin. I can kind of feel my face. It's not like a super light dry down texture. But I'm gonna pass on that highlighter. That's just not at all what I like. I mean, it's hard to tell the difference between the blush at the current moment and like that. But regardless, I did not like the way that swatched on my hand. So let's get into this liquid highlighter from ColourPop. It's the Liquid Highlight. This one comes in 3 different shades, and I got the Sugar Donut, which is the Ivory Champagne shade. Even though I'm really into a pink highlighter right now, I felt like this one was also shifty because it went baby pink with lavender and golden duochrome finish. So it does shift, and I don't really like a shifty highlighter. This retails for $10. It's supposed to be a weightless liquid highlighter for an instant dewy glow. It's buildable hydrating formula infused with light reflecting pearls for a subtle or super radiant highlight. It effortlessly blends into the skin and layers well without disturbing your makeup. Here is the swatch on that guy. It's actually pretty subtle, but when ColourPop did the blush like this, I was actually a fan. I like these big doe foot applicators, and I liked the formula of the weightless liquid blush, I think is what it was called. I don't know if I picked up enough product on this little spongy sponge. Can we just like dab it? A little dabble do ya? And then blend this out? I don't always love that. Not even with liquid highlighters in like a dropper style, because I don't think they blend out the greatest. Back of the hand is the best way to pick this up and then blend this in. It's okay. This is not the most seamless liquid formula that I have. And it was sitting on top of a blush that didn't have any sparkles. I don't think it's sparkly, but I don't think it's seamless. So if I were to go back in time, I probably wouldn't pick this up either. All right, let's go into the Glimmer Lip Oil. This is not actually supposed to be sparkly like I thought. They do have 6 shades in this, and I got the deepest one in Plum Pop because I think these come out pretty sheer, and I like when they're really dark in the lip oil land because I feel like they show up a lot more. It's supposed to be instantly hydrating for a healthy looking juicy lips with a luxe cushiony non-stick feel. Plant-based squalene locks in moisture, which I like because I think squalene like really smooths out the lips. Really anything. Face, just very smoothing formula. Retails for $10.49. Let's see how this swatches. Giant doe foot applicator, which I do like. It has not any sort of scent. I mean, it has a scent, but there's nothing fruity about it. They didn't add anything to it. So it doesn't smell great. You know, they could have added something. Kind of smells like a lip oil or just like a lip product in general. That's actually really pretty. That's not extremely slippy. It's not very thin. It's a thicker texture and it feels hydrating. It's pretty high shine, and you see how that squalene kind of fills in the lip lines? Like just a little bit better. It's not super high shine though, even though it's kind of thick. It's not sticky at all. And I love this shade. I really like when the lip oil is super dark because then it really shows up. I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan. All right, we have to get into these final 2 lip products. I'm gonna be loving this. I'm probably gonna wear this next week a bunch, put it in my purse, take it to work. So these lip liners here retail for $2.99. I love you, Essence, I really do. They look like they come in 8 different shades. I think 3 of these are the new shades in this because I think they had this out. So yes, this is a shade extension, and pardon me, it is 4 additional shades to this. And then I got one of the additional shades, which is in the color My Choice. Okay, so I just now realized I picked up My Choice, which is Rosy Brown, which is not a shade extension. So you guys, the shade extensions to this, the 4 different shades are a mauve shade, which I feel like they kind of already had, a burnt brown, a clay brown, and a sandy mauve. And I don't know why I didn't pick up Heavenly, which is the sandy mauve, because that's really what I would have liked. I guess I got My Choice because it was like a rosy brown shade, and I'm kind of liking rosy browns. I would say though that there's less rose in here, and it's like more peachy. Come on, focus. There we go. So I didn't get a shade extension. Will this even show up on me? I don't know. It doesn't show up all that well. It's pretty creamy, but this isn't a very deep shade to begin with. It kind of matches my lip color pretty well. But I liked the formula. It's very soft. And if it's going to be a sharpenable wood pencil, I prefer that it's like this and not in one of those like plastic containers where you're sharpening plastic. So I would pick up more of these. I think a lip liner for $2.99, this feels as good as some of the high-end ones. So a fan. However, I do think it's going to come down to how long do these last. So I'll have to keep you updated on that, especially in a speed reviews video, because we're throwing this on top of it. So we'll see if this like takes it off or whatnot. So the Pout Lip Oil from Revolution, I got in Cherry Red, which is again the deepest shade. High Shine Pop of Cherry. This is drippin' in juiciness, shimmer and fruit inspired high shine oils you'll keep reaching for again and again. These Revolution Beauty Pout Lip Oils drench your lips in glassy, non-stick finish. Supercharged with nourishing vitamin E, cherry seed oil, chamomile oil, and Maxi Lip, which is trademarked. 7 shimmer and fruit inspired formulas with irresistibly yummy scents. Retails for $7. I mean, there's no glitter in it. There it is right there. I would say it's like pretty sheer, but I can smell the color. I mean, I can smell the fruit. Boring. Okay, this doesn't appear to fill in the lip lines. It's not super high shine, and it's definitely more emollient, where this one, even though it wasn't sticky, it was thicker and it felt like it was gonna stay longer. And it has more pigment. This is really fruity though. Like, not only can you smell it, I feel like you can kind of taste it. Okay, you guys, we are back. I finished the eye look, hopped out and did that. I want to talk about each of these products to just give you a final wrap up on how I feel about everything, and then we're gonna do the wear test to see how the foundation is like at the very end of the evening. All right, let's go through the items one by one in literally no particular order. I think this is good. It was so light, it was hard for me to tell if it was pigmented or if it was really gonna last because it's kind of my lip color. So I'd want to get a darker shade before I said anything about it. I hated the Revolution blush. It didn't apply evenly, it didn't pick up on the brush evenly, and it was like a sporadic nonsense of sparkles. Hate this, don't get it. You know what? The ColourPop Blush formula in these cream blushes, I could see maybe me liking this more as I use it more, maybe with like a dense end of the sponge, but it looked super dry and like matte looking on the cheeks. I don't think I got from it the dewy finish that I was looking for. So this will be a to be continued kind of discussion. I just wouldn't recommend that you run out and get it at the current moment. This Essence thing is just a hot absolute no. Please stay away, even though it's extremely cute. This Pout Lip Oil, not at all as good as the Pout lip stain that came out last year. This was like thin and it didn't like fill in the lip lines. It really wasn't high shine. And the strongest thing about this was the scent of it. So that's just a no. I think the ColourPop Liquid Highlight, I have other highlighters that I like that are liquid and that are even on the more affordable side that I prefer more than this. I don't think it's bad, but I do think that when I keep liquid highlighters, I usually keep the top performing ones because I'm pickier about them than I am with powder, or there's just like, it's a lot easier to formulate powder formulas than there is to do liquids. Not my absolute favorite. I was picking up a lot of product just to get like this amount on the cheeks, and I don't personally think that's a lot. So while I don't think it's bad, I think it's on the more demure side. It's a lot lighter. It took a lot more product than I have better in my collection. This mascara I actually really enjoyed. Wow, I wasn't expecting to. It's kind of a light fluttery lash though, but I think I even like this neutral brown. I cannot wait to try it when I don't have such a dramatic eye look on, because I was testing a palette. Usually when I'm testing a palette, I'm going in hard. And so I usually go for something way more dramatic than I would wear on an everyday basis. So I will keep you guys posted on like how this performs like as it changes and dries out. But so far it was light and fluttery and buildable, and there was no real clumping, but it wasn't extremely voluminous. I liked the Revolution Super Fix Super Grip Primer. It's hard to tell if this is really gonna be super grippy because we're gonna need to wait several hours. It's not as late as you think. It's just ridiculously dark super soon. Anyway, it's just that time of year. So I don't know if this is gonna be something that's like super grippy or super hydrating. You know, if I like throw on a really mattifying foundation, but it like locks it down. So we'll have to come back to give thoughts on this, but I liked the way that it felt. Ooh, same thing with the e.l.f. I will say we're an hour in and I can see my nose starting to get oily. That's where I start first. So where's the super mattifyingness that this is claiming? Nowhere at the current moment. Yeah, like look how dewy my nose is. So like right now these are kind of neck and neck. The foundation was definitely metallic. Well, the skin tint, I guess. Metallic, 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 metallic. Very liquidy and lightweight. And I can tell that there's like mica or some kind of particles in here because every time it sits on one side of itself, I can see it start to like settle in a particular area. Right now, because I had it on its back, like it's darker right here. And then this is like a lighter part. This is super metallic, you guys. So if you're not into something metallic before before you powder it, stay away from that. It's a hard stay away from if that's not something that you like. Probably my favorite two things from today was the Essence Flawless Skin Trio. I really enjoyed the way this powder went on. It was blurring, it was mattifying, it was just really pretty, and it's a really affordable powder. And it's one of the few like color correcting ones that I could see myself getting behind because it has that thing inside of it, which a lot of them don't have. And then I'm like, what's the point? Because all of the powders are just gonna mesh together anyway. The only thing is this sifter doesn't close completely, so the opening is always gonna stay open. And so if like you're turning the powder upside down or whatever, then you're still getting product that's coming out when you're not using it. So like you're always gonna have to kind of keep it like this to keep it clean and it's still functional of that little like spinny thing. Anyway, and then the second thing was the Baby Got Bronze from Essence. So I think Essence won this video. Like really, in all of my testing, I think Essence was the winner, even though it didn't win everywhere. I liked the way this blends in. I liked the color of it. It didn't disturb anything. It's not a bronzer in this shade though. I mean, let's be honest, it's a contour. But the same thing with the stick. They called it Baby Got Bronze or something like that, and the lightest shade was a cool toned shade. I like that they're bringing out a cool toned shade, but I don't like that they're calling it a liquid bronzer. But aside from that, I think the formula was really good. So this was my second favorite thing. And then Revlon has to come in second for winning today because I liked the lip oil. I put this one back on. I wish it was darker though, or that like I had a deeper lip liner that I ended up using with this, because now it's just like turning into this like pink shade, and I was hoping that it would be more purple, but it's just not pigmented enough. That's kind of what it comes down to. But I like the way that it feels. I just think it loses its shine after like a few minutes. I will say that. But also I think Revlon came in like second because of this mascara as well. So we'll come back later to check in so you guys can see how this foundation is holding up. I mean, I'm at least gonna give it 4 hours so we can see how this is looking on me. I mean, I've already had it on for an hour and 15 minutes at this point, so something is already kind of happening. But I want to see if this foundation like settles in and all of that good stuff so that I can give you guys at least some sort of feedback. All of these products will be continually tested and wind up in my speed reviews videos. So if you guys are interested in sticking around for that and you guys aren't current subscribers, I'd love to see you subscribe, you guys. I'll see you later this evening for a final check-in. Come on. She wants to be on camera with us. Okay, so I want to give you guys my 5-hour thoughts, because I have some. Wearing this foundation for 5 hours, it's starting to look metallic again. My cat, she follows me everywhere. She's like my cat. Can you guys hear that? She purrs so loudly. Anyway, I think in some spots it's like starting to look metallic again, like especially on the forehead. It's just such a weird foundation. I wouldn't say that it's like bad coverage at all, and I wouldn't say that it's like breaking apart super strangely. I was rubbing around my nose and it lifted off quite a bit, like right here, like right here. I kind of go like this a lot, especially if my nose gets oily. I tend to like rub it, you know, instead of just like powdering it or patting it. She is not gonna let it go. I tell you what, she's gonna be here this whole time. Okay. Ow, ow. She's such a big girl. Her little paws like dig into like the fatty parts of my legs and it hurts so badly. Anyway, I like the way that it is holding up everywhere else at the 5-hour mark. I'm trying to determine whether or not, oh God. Okay, Sasha, you gotta go. You hurt so bad. She's a chunky little girl, that one. So I'm trying to determine whether or not I think that these gripping primers like actually do anything. And I would say that I think that the e.l.f. side is definitely a bit less dewy than this side, but like only ever so slightly. You saw that I started putting this on my nose and it didn't like keep me matte. So that tells me right away this is not like your best oil controlling primer. It's a matte base, but does it control oils? I'm not sure. I didn't bring my phone back up here with me. I was pretty sure this was like an oil controlling primer and not just mattifying. So I think that when I put the foundation on top of it, it wasn't like a matte foundation. It definitely looked like metallic and had a little bit of dewiness. So I was hoping that it was like more of an oil controlling primer, and I just don't think it is that. Oh, I just realized I messed up my eyeshadow. That's awesome. I'm rubbing my eyes downstairs while trying to like edit. Anyway, I think that these are like neck and neck. They did fine, but this isn't oil controlling. So what's the difference? You know, I don't feel like this is an added benefit. They kind of like did the same exact thing. The foundation itself just being metallic, it's the less expensive version of the Tarte Maracuja foundation. That's what this is. I mean, if I'm being honest, I'm gonna say my top 3 things from today haven't changed, but I could have literally done without everything that I tried except these 3 things. And maybe my thoughts will change. I've got cat hair all over me, but at the current moment, it's these 3 things. The Revlon Color Stay. I actually like this mascara. The more I sit with it, it is really pretty. I like a brown. I'd like to see how this looks again without a crazy eye look. The Baby Got Bronze, still on the forehead, still on the cheeks. I loved this. It was easy to blend out. It's affordable, and this was really good. I thought it was brightening. I thought it was smoothing, and I think it actually has some mattifying powers, given that the foundation hasn't melted off of my face in 5 hours. I'm actually a person who like burns through even matte foundations really fast. I don't know why, but I can like melt them off of my face with combo skin. Even some of the mattest of foundations I will melt off into my T-zone. So anyway, I thought this was actually really nice. These are the 3 top things of today. I literally could have left everything else out. There wasn't one thing that I think I needed or added anything to my collection, but everything else was not hot for me. Not fire, not hot. We could have passed. I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and if you were like eyeing any of these things at the drugstore, now you know what my thoughts are. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments below. I'm out of here for this evening, you guys, and I hope to catch you all in my next video. Bye!